She's going to write the Boekenweekgeschenk this March by the CPMB, the big book week, present, you can say that. And her style is, she's a remarkable writer. Her style is very original, very suggestive. Her dialogues are really good. And Craving, that's the book that is here, she's going to read from. It's about a mother and a daughter, and about that delicate and complicated relationship. It is heartbreaking, but it's also sometimes funny. It's wonderfully translated by Esther Gerritsen. And I'd like a big applause for Esther Gerritsen.
Book in my bag runs into her daughter. She comes out of the chemist's on the Overtoom, is about to cross over to the tram stop when she sees her daughter cycling along the other side of the street. Her daughter sees her too. Elizabeth stops walking. Her daughter stops pedaling but doesn't yet brake. The entire expanse of the Overtoom separates them. 2 bike paths, 2 lanes of traffic and a double tram line. Elizabeth realizes at once that she has to tell her daughter that she is dying, and smiles, like a person about to tell a joke. She often finds making conversation with her daughter difficult, but now she really does have something to say to her. A split second later it occurs to her that you mustn't convey news like that with too much enthusiasm, and perhaps not here either. In the meantime, she crosses the Overtoom and thinks about her doctor, how he keeps asking her, "Are you telling people?" and how nice it would be to be able to give the right answer at her next appointment. She crosses between 2 cars. Her daughter brakes and gets off her bike. Elizabeth clutches the plastic bag from the chemist containing morphine plasters and cough mixture. The bag is proof of her illness, as though her words alone wouldn't be enough. The bag is also her excuse, because she hadn't really wanted to say it here so inappropriately on the street. But the bag has given her away, hasn't it? Yes? And now, so abruptly, Elizabeth is crossing the Overtoom, slips behind a tram because it isn't right. Her child on one side of the street and she on the other. It isn't right to run into your daughter unexpectedly. The daughter used to be there all the time, and later, when she wasn't, Elizabeth would be the one who had dropped her off. Later still there were visiting arrangements, and in recent years not much at all. In any case, the birthdays remained. Things had always been clear-cut, and she got used to not thinking about the daughter when the daughter wasn't there. She existed at pre-arranged times. But now there she was on her bike while they hadn't planned to meet, and it was wrong and had to be resolved, transformed, assimilated. She still has a tram line to cross, just behind a taxi that toots its horn. Her daughter pulls her bike up onto the pavement. The final lane is empty. Elizabeth notices at once that her daughter has gained even more weight and blurts out, "Have you had your hair cut again?" Because she's terrified her daughter can read that last thought about her weight. Elizabeth likes to talk about their hair. They have the same hairdresser. "No," her daughter says. "Different color then?" "No." "But you still go to the same hairdressers?" "Yes." "Me too." Her daughter nods. It begins to drizzle. "Where are you going is too nosy, so this. I thought you lived on the other side of town." "I have to move out soon. The landlord's given me notice." "Oh," Elizabeth says, "I didn't know." "How could you have known?" I don't know. I only just found out myself." "No, then I couldn't have known." The rain becomes heavier. "We're getting wet," Elizabeth says. Her daughter immediately goes to get back on her bike and says, "We'll call, okay?" So Elizabeth is forced to say, "I've got some news." "Done it." Her daughter turns back to her. "What is it?" "Sorry," she says. I'm going about this the wrong way. It's nothing nice. What is it? But I don't want you to take it badly. She slowly lifts up the plastic bag from the chemist's. She holds the bag aloft using both hands, its logo clearly visible. You might be wondering, why isn't she at work? Her daughter ignores the bag. What? I've just been to the chemist's. And? It's the doctor, he said it. She lets the bag drop. What did the doctor say? That I need to tell people. What, Mum? That I might die, but we don't know when, you know. It might be months. Die? Of cancer. Cancer? It's an umbrella term for a lot of different illnesses, actually. It just sounds so horrible. What have you got then? Oh, it's all a bit technical. Huh? It started in my kidneys, but how long? Must have been years ago. No, how long have you known? Elizabeth thinks of the hairdresser, the first person she told. She goes every other month, and her new appointment is for next week, in which case it has to be more than... How long, Mum? We'll get drenched if we keep on standing here like this. How long? I'm working it out. Days? Weeks? I'm counting. Months? Well, not months. Christ. Her daughter looks angry. I shouldn't have told you, should I? But... Are they treating you? Not at the moment, no. Are they going to treat you? If they can think of something. And can they? Not at the moment. And so? Sorry, Elizabeth says. I shouldn't have told you like this. We're getting soaked. The bag is now hidden behind her back. So you might, but not definitely. You're not likely to live a long time with something like this. Not likely. Probably not. Christ. We'll call each other. Let's call. Yes, we'll call. And then Elizabeth crosses back over the Overtoom as quickly as she can. She slips and falls on the first tram line, but scrambles up again. As fast as she wanted to get to her daughter, this is how fast, no, faster she wants to get away from her.